WWE Chairman and CEO Vince McMahon announcing that the XFL will return in 2020 after the inaugural season in 2001. McMahon explaining that the XFL is professional football reimagined and will offer more of what fans want to see and less of what they don't want to see. More specifically, McMahon says the political and social issues will have no place in the XFL. Let's watch.
As far as our league is concerned, it'll have nothing to do with politics. Absolutely nothing, and nothing to do with social issues either. We're there to play football. We want really good football, and I think that's what fans want as well. When they tune in, I don't know that they want to be dealing with political issues and things of that nature. They want good football. That's what we're going to deliver.
Bruce Prichard is a former WWE executive and the current host of the podcast Something to Wrestle With, and he joins us now. Bruce, welcome to the show. You were with the WWE during the growth of pay-per-view. You were with WWE during from Hulkamania to the Attitude Era, some of the greatest eras in sports entertainment history. You were also there during the XFL. When you look at the XFL and what WWE had brought to the page as far as how they revolutionized a lot of television pay-per-view, what was your mindset and the WWE's mindset going into the original XFL?
Well, the mindset was simply the fact that football is America's favorite sport. And come February, football ends, and people were looking, where is my football? And it was an opportunity for the XFL to continue with another football league and give people the football that they grew up on and that they remembered and that they still wanted after the NFL season was over.
And some of your innovations now are being taken apart, being used daily and weekly by other sports organizations. Explain.
Well, exactly. You know, the X camera that hangs above the field that covers the action. Everybody laughed when the XFL first said we're going to have an X camera to cover the action. They said, well, the punters, the kickers, and the quarterbacks are going to try and take that camera out. Today, it is the norm in college football and the NFL. But we also put cameramen on the field to bring you into the action. So there were a lot of innovations that were there that people kind of scoffed at, but now they're the norm when you watch football today.
You have a Sports Illustrated award-winning podcast, Something to Wrestle With. 2001, when XFL was around, podcasts weren't around at all. The format was not around. All these technical innovations that happened with the XFL, what do you think about the XFL coming up in the current form in 2020? Where do you think it's going to be shown? Traditional TV networks? You think WWE, which pioneered closed-circuit television, pay-per-view, and now over-the-top, is going to show this on a streaming service? Where do you think this is going to be shown?
I think it's going to be shown everywhere. I think that the XFL is going to utilize, I hope they have traditional television, but I believe by the time 2020 comes around, you will have an XFL network where you can see all things XFL and enjoy it how you, the fan, want to enjoy it, whether it be on your phone, whether it be on your computer screen or your tablet, or if you want to watch it on your television screen. I think they're going to run the gambit and give it to you the way that you want to view it.
Cricket has been around since the 16th century, and it was a dying sport. NFL is certainly not a dying sport. It may be a declining sport, but just marginally. They brought in Cricket 2020, which you took a test from 5 days, potentially, down to 3 to 3.5 hours. Right. It rejuvenated cricket worldwide. Vince McMahon says he wants to take the game to 2 hours, much as you see European, say, soccer and rugby being played right now. Do you think that changes this game that the millennials have such a hard time sitting and watching 3 to 3.5 hours significantly?
Absolutely. There's been talk of having a game with no timeouts, no TV timeouts, possibly not even having a halftime. And you have to ask that question, what does that do to your advertisers? Well, hey, it could be picture-in-picture, and you could see the game continue, as you're also getting your advertising message out there. In addition to that, I think they're going to find new ways and innovative ways to advertise, whether it be on the field or like baseball does on the sidelines and different things.